different color palette from the flat Indiana farmlands of her home. Emmy had never seen the ocean, but as a child she'd liked to pretend that it was the sound of the ocean that lay trapped within the bottles, and if Emmy ever found the courage to lift a bottle from its branch, she'd finally learn what it was that made her mother miss a place so much. A new moon bathed the frozen yard with a veil of blue light as Emmy closed her eyes and tried to block out the sound of the wind and the truth it wrapped around her head. Ben is gone. She closed her eyes tighter, trying to feel him again, to see him as she had the last time at the airport, when he was wearing Army-issue fatigues with the name Hamilton stamped on the pocket and saying everything but goodbye. But even her gift failed her, answering her only with bitter cold and utter blackness. The screen door slammed shut, like a shout in the dark, but Emmy didn't turn around. "Mama?" Her mother's voice came out as a sob. "Is it, Ben?" Emmy nodded, her words frozen. She turned in time to see her mother's knees begin to buckle. It was Paige's prerogative. She knew grief. She'd never allowed the birds of sorrow to hover above her, but instead had invited them inside to nest. Emmy reached her mother before Paige fell into the snow, and found herself again being the comforter, the adult. She welcomed it. If Paige fell apart, Emmy wouldn't have to think about her own grief, of how she was barely 30 and already a widow, or how she'd have to find a way to say goodbye to her husband for the first time. Chapter 1. Folly Beach, South Carolina, January 1942. The buzzing from the B-24 bomber approaching Center Street started like nothing more than that of a sand gnat, but soon the noise filled Maggie's ears to the exclusion of everything else. She ran out onto the front porch as Jack McDonough buzzed his hometown on one of his regular flybys. She waved, not sure if he could see her, then ran back inside and up the stairs to her sister's bedroom, recently relinquished to their widowed cousin Catherine. "Damn that Jack!" came a woman's voice from inside the bedroom. Maggie opened the door without knocking and fixed a reproving look at her cousin. "Watch your language, Cat. There are young ears in this house." Catherine stood on a chair while Maggie's 9-year-old sister Lulu used an eyeliner pencil to draw a line on the back of Kat's long tan legs. Lulu sent a worried glance toward Maggie. Lulu never liked to take sides, but usually ended up with Kat anyway, whether she wanted to or not. It was hard to say no to Kat, no matter who you were. Catherine waved her left hand with the gold band winking on the third finger. "I'm an adult now, and I can say what I want. And look, he's made Lulu mess up, and now she's gonna have to start all over." She wiped her forearm across her forehead. "Damn, it's hot in here, considering that it's January. I need to open this window right now." She stepped off the stool and perched herself on the wide windowsill of the casement window. Squatting, she lifted the lever while pushing into the window with her hip. Maggie bit her lip, but when she couldn't stand it anymore, she said, "You're going to get yourself killed, Cat, if you lean on the window while you open it. Why don't we just wait so I can call somebody to get it fixed?" "And die of heat prostration first? I'd rather not, but thank you very much. Besides, I've been practicing and I know how to do it now." As if even mechanical things couldn't argue with her, the window gave way at the same moment Kat leaned in to prevent herself from toppling out of the second-story window. "See?" she said, grinning as she stepped from the sill and back to the stool. Maggie sat on the edge of the white chenille-draped bed in front of the open window and shrugged out of her sweater. "It's only 60 degrees, Kat. Hardly what anybody would qualify as hot, and certainly not enough to warrant putting your life in danger to open a window." A cool ocean breeze flipped the eyelet curtains into the room, as if to accentuate her point. She noticed for the first time the tight white blouse and red skirt her cousin wore. "Are you going somewhere?" "Out. I don't care."